Welcome to Karam Handmade Knives. I'm out in the backwoods of my property today in New England, and I wanted to review a couple of trees with you today to show you some use for tinder and some good sources. This first tree I wanted to show you here is a yellow birch. It grows about as north as Newfoundland, down the eastern seaboard, and about as far west as Michigan. What's unique about this tree and what I like about it is yellow birch has all these dried pieces on there that are like these little curls, and they come off really easy. You can see they're up and down the entire tree. And if you take a handful of these, you can just pretty much see how easy these come off. This makes great tinder because this is full of resin. And if you get a small handful of this, you see if I can get close to it here so you can see how this grows. Just comes right off. You're not hurting the tree. These are dried pieces. You can see that they even fall off onto the ground. The tree just sheds this, and it's great tinder. That's the first tree I wanted to show you. I'm going to shut the video off and make my way over to the second tree, which is the American beech. Okay, welcome back. Made my way over to a perfect example of what I wanted to show you. This is the American beech tree, okay? Very easy to identify leaves, okay? They're scalloped on the edges. They are teardrop shaped. And the American beech is one of the few trees to grow with its bark. It'll stay completely smooth. Has a like a light gray color to it, and it stays smooth its whole life. Whereas like a maple, for instance, will grow smooth until it reaches maturity, and then it starts to get that scaled bark. This tree will stay just like this. I like this tree because it's easy to find tinder hung up in it. A lot of times big trees like oaks and maples, their branches don't start on the tree until about 10 to 15 feet up. This tree has branches low to the ground and continue all the way up. And they're perfect to look for tinder in. And here's a piece right here as an example, because they catch lots of tinder, lots of sticks that fall in the wind. See if I get that one out of there. And as you can see, this stuff right here, it's as dry as a bone. Those of you who remember your mom hanging your laundry out on the clothesline, the same thing for this tree. It holds the branches it catches, and they dry in the wind. So instead of trying to get your tinder off the ground where it could be wet, if you find an American beech, chances are there's some sticks up in it. Sorry about the sun. I'm trying to get to this. Here's another branch up here. See? This is actually oak. That's a piece of oak, I believe. And again, it's really dry. So another great place to find tinder. If you can locate the American beech, you can find branches, usually all the time, that are hung up in these limbs. There's actually a deer out here as I'm making the video. She's to the left of the center of the screen. It's hard to see because of the sun, but she looks like she's pretty curious. See if she takes a step forward or not. Well, she's doing what she's supposed to do. She's being cautious, staying still. Oh, here she comes. She's coming out into the sunlight a little bit, but she's keeping her distance. It's pretty hard to see probably on the video. I don't have a tripod right now, so I'm not sure how steady I'm going to be able to hold this, but she's still coming. Hope you guys guys can see her. She's pretty much in the center of the screen, but it's so shadowed, it's hard to see. She's not sure what to do. What's going on? She's about 20 yards away. If you could see some movement on the screen, that's her. Oh, okay. Here she goes. All right, I'll catch you later. Bye-bye. Hi, welcome back to Karam Handmade Knives. I wanted to show you the Karam Handmade Campcraft knife that I've recently come out with. It comes with a full grain leather sheath, as you can see on this one. I've hand carved an oak leaf, a beech leaf, has a copper acorn rivet, and on the back, double copper rivet construction on the belt loop, and we have a dangler sheath attachment here so you can hang it off your belt. On the back is a loop for your fire steel, which I'm going to demonstrate in just a few minutes. The knife itself is a 01 tool steel. It has a nice sweeping curve in the front, so you get the whole use of the blade, a generous guard. This particular model has natural canvas micarta with micarta pins and a lanyard attachment with a slider bead. If you hear anything funny in the video, I've got a couple deer that are very curious, and they're about 20 feet from me right now, which is really rare. So they might watch part of this, or they might, you know, blow through their nose and take off, who knows. Anyhow, there's also a little hook in front of the knife here. I use that for when I want to take my camp pot off of the coals. It comes in very handy. That way you don't have to reach with your hand. Just a little added accessory there. So to continue with this video, I wanted to show you how the yellow birch bark can be ignited with this knife. So I'm going to come around front here, and it's always a good idea to make sure that when you're going to light this, that you're being safe. We haven't had a lot of rain here recently, so I'm not going to make a big fire. I'm just going to demonstrate how to light this bark and put it out. It's always good to keep your ferro rod anchored. I've seen people go like this and you're throwing sparks all over the place. If you can keep your ferro rod anchored down, then when you go to light it, your sparks are going to be concentrated. Well, there you go, first try. Can't do much better than that. Again, this is the sticks we had hanging up there that I got off of the American beach. Just a real short demonstration on how easy that bark lights and how you can make a bush campfire. I am going to put this out. And again, thanks for watching.